why it's okay to be misunderstood. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Jess Go. I'm the sole founder of Life in Confidence. And I thought I'd share with you my personal experience in being misunderstood and how I was able to rise from it. It's so easy and common for us to be misunderstood all the time because we are all seeing it from a different perspective based on our life experiences and conditioning. So it's not until you are willing and open and curious to see the other perspective, that is when you can start to be more open-minded in where people's opinions are coming from and not be dismissive and based on judgment. So to give you an example around this, it's very easy for me to feel like I'm not being understood or heard or seen when I'm being misunderstood. And that comes from our wounded inner child, where we didn't feel seen, heard, and understood in our upbringing by our parents. And a lot of this is projecting our conditioning of unresolved memories where we haven't felt seen, heard, or understood. And this can get easily triggered where we're being misunderstood in conversations. And to share with you my personal experience, I was in Bali in January for a couples soulmate training. It was a beautiful tantric experience. And we were celebrating this couple in a small group. And we would touch the couple, say positive words, acknowledging how far they've come in our week together. And so it was a couple that they needed to be celebrated. One being American, Caucasian, and the other one being Chinese from America. And I shared a comment that you are very attractive for an Asian man, very hot, very sexy, and how soulful you are, and I'm really impressed by that. And there was a male participant who was also celebrating the couple, made a comment about my comment and say, "He's already hot. What do you mean by that? Like, he's sexy just as he is. And he's a real man, rah, rah, rah." And so he was making all these comments on top of my comment. And my comment was there to celebrate that couple, not to be judged and spoken on top of. And I was able to see where this man was coming from. He didn't understand where I was coming from. He was seeing my comments from a place of discrimination and judgment. And so when I was able to see that, I gave myself permission to express and clarify my comment because I can sense there was a misunderstanding and he had a negative charge around my comment, hence why he started talking on top of my comment. And the conditioned version of me could have easily not speak up because I was suppressed by my father that it wasn't okay to speak up. That every time I would, he would dismiss me, he would hit me. And so that's how I would associate not allowing myself to express myself is a way of safety. And to express myself authentically and to be authentic, I would get shut down. I would be attacked. I would get hurt. And because I was able to move through a lot of these emotions with my father, a lot of negative charges that I had projected onto men, which has neutralized quite a lot since I've met my beloved, through the healed masculine, through my beloved, I was able to have more confidence to express myself with men. And so I was able to see as an adult that he was triggered by that comment, and I decided to just see this as a form of meditation, because that's what tantra is. So if I want to apply what I'm learning at the retreat, I'm applying it right now. And so as I keep celebrating this beautiful man, I said out loud that that this is just coming from my personal experiences with Asian men. And for me to say that, it's a big compliment, because I haven't had great experiences, and I really appreciate you, and I hope you take it from the right place that I'm expressing it from. And the recipient, the Chinese man, says, yes, I'll take anything. So he took it very well, and I just had a sense that he would take it very well, otherwise I wouldn't say it. I was just going with what I was feeling. And so the other person who was also celebrating that couple didn't say a word and stopped talking, because he finally understood where I was coming from. And I was expressing from a place of neutrality and not judging his comments and where his comments are coming from. And it's very possible that he was also discriminated for his race as well. And what I said could have triggered him. So that's one example where I was able to reclaim myself, where someone misunderstood me and that person was able to receive it. And there were many times where I was misunderstood by friends, and also some past clients, because they were seeing it from a different place of projection and triggers. And I was simply just being myself. I wasn't being vindictive. I wasn't being hateful. I was simply just expressing the truth from an honest place, because I care. And a lot of people can take it the wrong way, my communication style, because they're not ready to receive the truth. And it can be very triggering for many people. So what I've realized from that is that I don't need to justify myself or prove myself to that person because they were triggered, or because I express myself in an honest and direct way. And that's not something that I should change at all, because a lot of people aren't able to express themselves in an honest and direct way. A lot of people give pleasing comments. A lot of people are passive aggressive. A lot of people are avoidant. And we need more communication where we are direct and honest and straight to the point, because this avoids stories and misunderstandings. However, there are some people who take the truth and turn it into a distortion and make it about themselves, that was a personal attack when it wasn't. But it's because they were triggered and they weren't able to receive the truth wholly. So I've learned along the way that I don't need to prove myself anymore. I don't need to prove my authenticity. If they don't like it, they don't have to take it. And they don't have to, whether it's working with me, they don't have to be my friend, because I'm not going to change. This is who I am. What you see is what you get. And this is why I create my YouTube videos, so you can see different facets of myself before even working with me. Because the work that I do and how I show up in the world goes deep into the core of who you are. Seeing the light through your shadow and healing and processing the shadow so you can integrate more of your light. Just the way I have for myself. I wouldn't have be at the point in my life right now if it wasn't for the journey of unconditioning, of being a people pleaser, unconditioning and unlearning to be passive aggressive that I've learned from my father, and doing that with men, and changing my behavior to be honest and direct where I can. And a lot of us can get so caught up in people pleasing when we're being misunderstood, to pacify that person's reactivity or triggers. But it's not our job to do that. It is their job to do that, because this is their experience. They need to own their experience of what's showing up for them. And all you can do is to just do your best to be you, because there's no other way to be but to be yourself. And the people who resonate with your authenticity and who you are will come to you, and the people who don't will repel, and that's okay. It's just simply not a match, whether that's in friendships, business, career, lovers, family members. That's just life. And so that's why it's okay for you to be misunderstood. You don't need to get caught up in being understood all the time, because that's the ego. And so when we let go of the ego and just experience the interactions from a meditative state, to be detached and just observe, oh, okay, this person doesn't see where I'm coming from, and that's okay. Everybody has their set of conditioning and experiences that forms their perspective in life. Doesn't mean they're right or wrong, it just means they don't see where we're coming from. And even if we do explain it to them and they still don't see it, that's okay, because they're not ready to see it, and it has nothing to do with you. So this is why it's really important to not be attached with other people's opinions of you, or what they think of you, or if they misunderstand you. I get misunderstood all the time by my mum, and it drives me nuts. And I realize there's no point of trying to make her understand me, because it's my wounded inner child that wants to be seen and validated by her, even though right now I'm an adult, I'm a grown woman. I don't need that from my mum anymore. And it's okay if she doesn't understand me, because we operate from different levels of consciousness, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, that's how it is. We both have different journeys and purpose in life, and everybody is here to experience life in different ways. It may not be the same way as we do, and that's okay. We can't force people to see it from our perspective all the time. We can illuminate and clarify our perspective, but if they're not able to see it, or they're not willing to, then that's their choice, and we can't force it upon them. So, my love, I hope you got something out of being misunderstood, and that my experiences has helped you shine a light, that it gives you permission to be misunderstood as well. And it's an opportunity for you to express yourself, not suppress yourself, from a neutral way, without blame, without judgment, but just simply sharing compassion where you're coming from. And if the person doesn't accept it, that's okay. We don't need to see everybody's perspectives as well. We all pick and choose which perspective that we want to see our experiences from. So if you feel you constantly get triggered by being misunderstood, or there's a lot of conditioning that you have around self-expression and being curious and open-minded to see it from other people's perspective, such as being more empathetic, more compassionate rather than being the victim, then I invite you to join me for my full moon ancestral trauma clearing circle via Zoom, where you can start clearing and dissolving burdens that you've taken from your parents and your ancestors that formed your conditioning. That is a good starting point, which you can click on the link in the description below to book your spot in. And if you're in Sydney and you're looking for a breakthrough experience, I am running my Transforming Trauma retreat at my place in Bondi. And this would be my last retreat experience in Bondi. And I only take 4 people for this. So if you would like to book a clarity call, if this is right for you, please click on the link below to learn more about this retreat experience and to book your free clarity call. And I am also running my conscious relationship workshops. If you are ready to heal, transform, and integrate the masculine and the feminine within yourself and bring this out into your relationship dynamics, whether you're a conscious single or a conscious couple, this is for you. And I'll be running this in Sydney, Adelaide, Tokyo, then London. So please click on the links below to learn more about this experience if you would like to book a ticket or a clarity call, if this is the right match for you. I am also running my Transforming Trauma 2-day workshops in Adelaide, Tokyo, and London. So if you're ready to transmute ancestral childhood, past life trauma, experience family constellations to start shifting the energetic dynamics in your family and to bring healing into your family with light language transmissions, sound therapy, gestalt therapy, and so much more. So if you'd like to learn more about this, or if you'd like to book a ticket or a clarity call, please click on the links below in the video description. So my love, I hope you got so much from this. And if you did, please do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a like, comment below what you got from this, and share it with your loved ones, so I can help as many people as I can, and the right people who are ready to do this inner work and start letting go of layers of conditioning that creates this false identity that trauma is who you are, which isn't. It's just part of the human experience. So that can really bring more light into the consciousness of humanity. And I really greatly appreciate your support in this by following my YouTube channel, sharing the videos, and liking and commenting it. And may you give yourself permission to be misunderstood